Series conclusion. Within this last video, we are going to discuss and conclude all my previous videos. My first video was based on what is talent. Within that video, we discovered two different models that were suitable for gymnastics. One was the 10-year or 10,000 hour model, and the other was the LTAD model. Linking these two models together, we can now realise that talent doesn't just happen overnight. Research has highlighted that development can be a three-stage approach, which includes initiation, development, and finally perfection. Looking at these findings, we can now realise that in order to become talented, this requires a long process involving commitment and dedication to sport. My next video was based on specialisation and diversification. Interestingly, we thought we would find research that would state that one is better than the other, but that wasn't the case. In fact, through doing some academic reading, we found that specialisation and diversification have their benefits. For example, specialisation has the desire to prepare children and therefore have more of a chance of playing that sport professionally. Whereas research also supports diversification because children who participate in multiple sports as youth will improve their multilateral skills, build self-esteem and develop physically and emotionally. Due to this information, we can now conclude that both methods are beneficial. Therefore, it should be down to the child whether they would like to take part in one sport or multiple sports. Moving on to my next video, this was based on psychological factors. Three main terms that were mentioned within this video were mental toughness, grit, and mindset. All these three terms are processes that an athlete must go through in order to develop a positive mindset. We can now realise that if an athlete has good mental fitness, then they are going to be more successful. Supporting this is Jones, Hanton and Connaughton 2007, as they have stated that self-confidence and the ability to cope with and interpret anxiety-related symptoms as positive are now commonly accepted as being major contributors to sporting success. My fourth video was based on social factors. Within this video, I discussed two main topics, which were parents and environment. I felt we already knew that parents can have an impact on athletes' social behaviours. On the other hand, we never thought that the environment would make such a difference. For example, research has mentioned that certain environments and such treatment has the potential to have long-term negative effects on athletes' well-being and continued participation in sport. Finally, my last video was based on family. Within this video, the two most popular topics were parents and siblings. We have learned that research about this subject has suggested that families can affect athletes in both positive and negative ways. Although we found research that was more towards the positive side, as Wright and Côté 2003 indicated that a family can be a big influence as they can act as role models. Now, throughout my series of videos, what have we been discussing? We have looked at the process in how to become talented, whether to stick at one sport or not, how psychological and social factors affect athletes, and last but not least, how families are involved with the athlete's development. Overall, we have been discussing the processes in which a sports athlete will experience through their career pathway.